Poor Bonnie Langford in this story. Welcome to the Time Treadmill. I'm Ron, and these are my sweaty thoughts about Doctor Who. The entire inciting reason for the Doctor and Mel to come to Paradise Towers was to visit the renowned swimming pool, which, as an aside, it's not a bad swimming pool. If I was staying in a hotel or if I had an apartment in a building with a pool that looked like that, I'd think it was fine. It was perfectly adequate. But I certainly wouldn't travel halfway across the galaxy just to take a dip in that pool. In any case, one of the climactic moments of the story is when Mel finally makes it to the fabled pool in the sky and decides to take a dip in the pool, despite everything else that's going on. But setting that aside, she goes for a swim and, of course, encounters a deadly cleaning robot. Oh no. The thing is, the pool that they filmed in apparently had not been used in a couple of years and had not had the heat turned on in the pool during that time period. And so, when Bonnie Langford got into that water, it was a pool that had not been heated in well over 2 years. It was near freezing cold. She had to swim around in it for a prolonged period of time in order to film the peaceful swimming scenes and then the attack by the robot, which means she had to go under numerous times, all in this ice-cold pool of water. I feel terrible for her. Sometimes the things you have to do as an actor are absolutely thankless. So, more power to her for getting the job done. Now, there's one other interesting thing I wanted to mention about the story, and that's the soundtrack. I forget the name of the composer off the top of my head. I'll put it right up there. But he was brought in on short notice. The original composer for the episode delivered a soundtrack that John Nathan Turner just hated. He thought it was boring and repetitive, and he wanted something very different. And so this composer came in on very short notice and in under a week scored the entire 4-episode story and did, I think, a remarkable job. The soundtrack for this is actually available discreetly on the DVD release, and if you like the kind of soundtracks like you hear from Giorgio Moroder or John Carpenter, it will definitely be your thing. It's certainly an 80s synth pop soundtrack, and I love every bit of it. So that wraps it up for Paradise Tower. The next story was supposed to introduce a brand new companion, and then didn't. But I'll tell that story tomorrow.